let's do an exercise. Very soon here you will see a person A and a person B on this screen, and you can observe 3 things about them. And your task is to, within a second from when you see it, shout out which one you like the best. Do you understand the task? You cannot analyze here. It's just 1, 2, 3. All right, good. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Most of you said A, right? But then you start to laugh now because you say, but they're the same. They are not the same. The order of your observation matters. This is called the primacy effect, but we know it as the first impression. And here's the thing. Whatever first impression your client has, they don't want to change their mind. According to the Center for Body Language in Belgium, communication experts, 70% of all first impressions last. So the 4th lesson is first impressions last. Now you have done a great job because all of those 5 people perceive you as person A. Isn't that nice? Yeah, so they like you unconsciously already. Now let's build some more trust and take them to the conference room. Let's go for lesson number 5. It's better to be interested than interesting. This is the number 1 trait for any good salesperson, but it's also the number 1 trait for any good manager. People want their managers to see them, to recognize them, to be attentive, curious. Doesn't mean that they have to agree on everything. It's just a matter of respect that they see them. How do you do this? It's pretty straightforward. You ask questions and you listen, not to respond, but to understand. Big difference. If your customer in this scenario, this potential client trusts you, this is where you win the business. If your people trust you, this is how you win their hearts. So be curious, be interested, be present. Which, by the way, is a big challenge if you forgot your phone on the table and it starts to buzz and beep and flash, because you can't help but to react in real time. You just have to look at the phone. It's the exact same reaction as your ancestors 10,000 years ago were in a forest. Everything was calm and quiet and a branch snapped. All their attention would go towards that sound. Is it a hostile tribe member who wants to enslave me? Is it a hungry tiger wanting to eat me? Is it perhaps an attractive person who I can mix my DNA with? Prolong my lineage so I can become you, in the future. So you look at the phone because you have to. You don't have a choice. Of course, what you should do is to turn off the phone. What you should absolutely not do in this scenario is this. Look under the table. Like, swipe, left, swipe, right, good. You know what? And you don't do this, of course. You don't do this. But it takes me to lesson number 6. Your body speaks louder than words. Now let's get really practical here and work on some non-verbal communication clues. We start with, this one. You're in this scenario. Okay, you're in with the client, this potential client, and you don't want to look arrogant, do you? No, you don't. But do you know that the difference is only 1 inch between looking arrogant and normal? 1 inch. 2.54 centimeters. Let's do a test. Pair up 2 and 2, face each other and say, nice to meet you, and then you do it again, and you lift your nose. 1 inch. Feel the difference. Go ahead, try it now. Thank you. Now try to detect that with your head